Hello,
Happy birthday
everyone
to
doing?
you. Happy
Happy
birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday, dear
dear
viewer. Happy birthday to you.
I didn't put the thumbnail in. Hold
Oh
on.
my
Oh my
fucking.
god.
I'm
You're
sorry.
fucking
You're throwing.
Throwing the game. Oh my goodness.
Today's stream, we are finally firing Waffle for his convenience.
Why
Thank
are
you
we
very
so
much.
teeny tiny? Make us bigger.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I want to fit my log.
I want to fit in my log. I want to be in the fire.
Hello, Pookie.
Hello, Piku.
Furries and Creepypastas is a crazy fucking name, bro.
Furries and Creepypastas.
Well,
Hello,
does
Nora.
one of your stories have to do with furries?
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, of course you chose a fucking
Oh,
furry
you-
story. Of course
It is
you
too
chose a
funny
furry
when you hear
story.
this. Oh my gosh, you're gonna.
You are
lo-
not escaping your stereotyping.
Oh fuck you.
God.
I mean, he's right. You dig this one on yourself.
But yeah,
Like,
we're
you're
doing
not
something
a
a little
s-
different today, y'all. We're gonna practice our narrating voices.
Not really. Cool.
I mean, we're just gonna be reading stories to each of you that we all individually found on the interwebs.
I randomly middle clicked on stories on Am I the Asshole? So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, I
I'm
picked
doing
out a few
creepypasta.
here.
I just
Alright.
gamble my life.
All right.
Now we are gonna go in a circle, starting with Waffle, and then I'll go next. So, yep.
All right, here's my first one. I guess maybe we should like should we say the users who posted these or no?
If
You
it's
should give credit where credit is due.
yeah,
Okay.
Hmm.
I just know that some of these stories maybe they don't want to be traced, but we'll see. I mean, they're posted
they
publicly.
posted online. They posted
I was
it
gonna
online.
say they
True.
press publish.
All right, this one comes from. This is from Am I the Asshole? It comes from Wrong Repair 6457. The title is Am I the Asshole for not telling my mom what furries are?
Huh?
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Now
This
you
is about to get juicy.
I see why you chose this one. You really relate to it, don't you?
That's how he keeps it concealed.
You gonna confess? Drink your water.
Oh, you don't do that while I'm drinking.
You cannot see you drink.
Waffle, are you sure you didn't write this?
Oh, come on. All right. Okay.
Waffle
Anyways.
confession stream.
Okay. I know it sounds like bait, but it's just a silly predicament I want an opinion on. So, my parents' dog just passed recently. She was the third dog of 3, all of which have passed on within the last 2 years. Needless to say, my parents were very emotional after the last one passed, and have wanted a new dog ever since. They've
Oh,
always
he
been pet
becomes a
people.
dog.
They've always been pet people, so this part isn't surprising. Cut to a month or so later, today, and my parents are adopting a puppy. She's adorable, the same breed as the last dog they had, and they're naming her Cholena. I love the dog and asked her where my mom got it from, to which she responded, an American Tail. I said I didn't remember the character, and she said it's okay, no one does, and then sent me a screenshot. Cue the furry problem. The screenshot my mom sent me was of a YouTube channel with the name of the video being Furry Girl Profiles, Cholena episode 96.
Huh?
I realized that this could potentially be harmless, even though I've been on the internet long enough to know what to expect, so I went to the YouTube channel itself and... yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's a
Oh,
furry
no.
channel, alright. I doubt she clicked on it, but I also could bet money based on how fast she sent me that screenshot that this is not the first time she's sent this to someone. She's been so excited about the dog and has been telling everyone. I don't know what that any of her friends would explicitly know what a furry is, but I would also feel bad letting her embarrass herself by texting our extended family links to a furry site. So
no.
am I an asshole for letting my mom send people furry links? Should I tell her? I just don't know if I have it in me to explain to my mother what a Lola Bunny thirst trap is.
God.
And I don't want her to look at me weird everything. I mentioned Chippendale Rescue Rangers. What should I do?
Just say it.
He has to
Just
tell
tell her.
her.
Yeah, he
He
has
has
to
to
tell
tell
her.
her.
There's no other choice. He
Yes.
has to
My
tell her.
God.
If she does, oh my goodness, she's just like
that-
digging her own grave.
Yeah. Him not telling her would make him the asshole.
Yeah.
That
It
will,
could be- it
yeah,
could be a
that
girl, too,
will
we don't
make
know
him.
that.
True.
Either
Them
way,
not telling their parent makes them the
Yeah, it's like
asshole.
they are actively sending furry links to people, and that is ruining their reputation. They need to like let them know.
Yeah.
You gotta, like,
Especially if
The,
one
fir-
cut
is
the
this shit
first
out.
comment, top
Yeah.
number one of all of them, just tell her.
yeah.
Just tell her.
Thank God, I'm so glad that's the consensus. 'cause,
There's
like,
no
holy
other
shit.
text in that comment. Is just tell her.
Everybody agrees. They agree badly on that. Like, yep,
Oh.
yep, we gotta tell her.
Dude, I didn't.
yeah.
I only read the like. I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't read the last few sentences. Except the and an asshole for letting my mom send people free links. I didn't realize that they had Lola Bunny thirst trap in there.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
gl-
I think we can
That
all
makes-
agree though. Consensus: he's not the asshole yet, or they're
Oh,
not
well-
the asshole
Well,
yet.
He
well,
will
they said,
be if he
am
does
I the
not.
asshole? Yeah,
Yeah.
If they choose not to, they would be. Yes.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is why
the
this should have been titled the WAITAH because like that's like
Will
the-
I be the asshole?
Yeah, will I be?
Will I be
Oh,
the asshole?
brother. Or would I be the asshole?
Yeah, that's
if-
actually like the category they have. Like, would I?
Could
be
I be the asshole?
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Well, what a one. That's it. That's it. That's the
That's
first
it,
one
that's
you
the
want to
first
open
one.
with. Okay.
Why, you not
Mine-
ready?
No, mine is just the
I
complete.
feel like
opposite
mine
of
are
that.
normie shit now.
Oh my god.
I can't.
You better
Okay.
pull up with
Oh,
it. You better pull up
swing.
the scary voice for the story, okay?
We'll see. Okay, so mine. I'm gonna be doing creepypastas today because they are my beloved. I love creepypastas, and I'm starting off with a classic that most people have probably heard of. I'm gonna give you a brief overview of it before I jump right in. So today I'm going to be reading the creepypasta Candle Cove. It's a widely known and popular creepypasta about a fictional TV series recollected by a number of posters on a childhood nostalgia forum. As the posters share their recollections of the things they collectively remember, they become more and more sinister, with characters featured that clearly are unsuitable for children's viewing.
You
Anyway.
crushed over Jeff the Killer? Oh, Pookie,
Oh
no.
my goodness.
No.
Jeff, bro.
No.
Yo, not Jeff the
No.
Killer, Pookie.
It's so
I mean, dude,
bad.
let's be fair. I think Thursday for Jeff the Kill is like really basic. It's like vanilla.
Was
So I think
it?
that's pretty normal.
Oh
Was
my
it?
God.
Yeah, a lot of people do thirst for him, so I feel like it's really
Really?
basic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of people thirst for creepypasta serial killer
Yeah.
guys.
But
Don't get me started on
generic
Slenderman.
face-
no.
And they would turn them into Tumblr sexy men. So.
But the generic face for that creepypasta is so ugly.
My guy,
It-
there's
it is a
arts.
face,
People are
Pookie.
artists.
There's no shame in it. I knew people like you. Okay? There's no shame in it, Pookie. There's
Yeah,
no
you're one of them.
shame.
It was a phase.
As long as it was a phase, there is no shame.
As long as it's a phase, I've never heard of this phase before. I've heard people like thirsting over like some creepypasta.
That's 'cause you're
characters.
old.
No,
Hey, I'm as
he's
old
old, but
as
he
some of
would
these
have known.
creepypastas, Thank you very much.
Oh.
He's
Okay,
not
let's
that
jump
old.
right in.
I know what creepypasta I
Oh,
want.
okay. Jumping right in. This is on the Net Nostalgia Forum and the Television Local by SkyShell033. Subject: Candle Cove, local kid show? Does anyone remember this kid show? It was called Candle Cove, and I must have been like 6 or 8. I'm not gonna say 6 or 7. I'm sorry.
Don't let them win. Don't
Found-
let them win.
Must have been 6 or 7. I never found reference to it anywhere, so I think it was on a local station around 1971 or 72. I lived in Ironton at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it was on at a weird time, like 4 p.m. Mike Painter 65. He's replying to their thread. It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland and I was 9 years old in 72. Candle Cove. Was it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl. Skyshell replying, yes, okay, I'm not crazy. I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from parts of other dolls. Real low budget. His head was an old porcelain baby doll. Looked like an antique that didn't belong in the body. I don't remember what station this was. I think it was WTSF though. This is a new poster, Jaren05, also replying to this thread. Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what show you mean. Skyshale. I think Candle Cove ran only for a couple months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and I watched it a few times with my brother. It was channel 58, whatever station that was. My mom would let me switch to it after the news. Let me see what I remember. It took place in Candle Cove, and it was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called the Laughingstock, and Pirate Percy wasn't a very good pirate because he got scared too easily. And there was a Calliope. I don't know how to say this. Calliope?
Calliope?
Callio. Calliope music constantly playing. Don't remember the girl's name. Janice or Jade or something. I think it was Janice. This is Skyshell 033. Thank you, Jaren. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the laughingstock in Channel 58. I remember the bow of the ship was a wooden smiling face, with the lower jaw submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea, and it had that awful Ed Wynn voice and laugh. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden plastic bottle to the foam puppet version of the head that talked. Mike Painter? I remember too now. Do you remember this part? Skyshell. You have to go inside. Skyshell. Ugh, Mike, I got a chill reading that. Yes, I remember. That's what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was, and the camera would push in on Laughingstock's face with each pause. You have to go inside. With his two eyes askew and that flopping foam jaw and the fishing line that opened and closed it. Ugh. Just looks so cheap and awful. You guys remember the villain? He had a face that was just a handlebar mustache above really tall, narrow teeth. Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. What?
Yeah. Username.
Hey, what the fuck did Kevin Hart came from?
I honestly thought the villain was a Pirate Percy. I was about 5 when this show was on. Nightmare fuel. Back to Jaren. That wasn't the villain, the puppet with the mustache. That was the villain's sidekick, Horse Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of the mustache. I used to think that meant he only had one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette, the Skin Talker. I can't believe what they let us watch back then. Kevin Hart. Jesus H. Christ, the Skin Talker. What kind of kids show were we watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the Skin Talker showed up. He would just descended out of nowhere on his strings. Just a dirty skeleton wearing that brown top hat and cape, and his glass eye that were too big for a skull. Christ almighty. Back to Skyshow. Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be children's skin?
Ooh.
Mike Painter? Yeah, I think so. Remember his mouth didn't open and close. His jaw slid back and forth. I remember the little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" And the Skin Talker didn't look at the girl, but at the camera and said, "To grind your skin." Sorry, I'm doing a too silly of a voice. And then Skyshell. I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show. I used to have this awful memory. A bad dream I had where the opening jingle ended, the show faded in from black, and all the characters were there. But the camera was just cutting to each of their faces, and they were just screaming. The puppets and marionettes were flailing spastically and just all screaming, screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she had been through hours of this. I woke up many times before that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had it. Back to Kevin Hart.
Damn.
I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember that was an episode. Guy show. No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean, literally, just standing in place, crying and screaming for the whole show. Kevin Hart. Maybe I'm manufacturing the memory because you said that, but I swear to God, I remember seeing what you described. They just screamed. Back to Jaren. Oh, God. Yes, the little girl, Janice. I remember seeing her shake, and the skin talker screaming through his gnashing teeth, his jaws careening so wildly I thought it would come off his wire hinges. I turned it off. It was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother, and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on. Back to Mike Painter. I visited my mom today at the nursing home. I asked her about it when I was little in the early 70s, when I was like 8 or 9, and if she remembered a kid show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that and I asked why. And she said, "Because I used to think it was so strange that you said, 'I'm gonna go watch Candle Cove now, Mom.' And then you would tune into the TV static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination with your little pirate show." And that's it. That's Candle
Yeah.
God
That's-
damn.
That's a good ending.
Cove. Yay.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I had like an audio on while listening to fanfic.
Bruh, I hate you. I wish I had a lower voice. It's not fair.
You know how never mind.
All right, your turn, Enrique. I mean, Kibo.
So
Dogs.
doxing me, I
Get
see.
doxed. Not
You
like
like
you said
doxing me,
your
bro?
own
I'm about like
address.
saying everybody your location real quick. Hold on.
You will be stuck.
I'm
behind
pretty
the
sure.
border.
You'll stay there.
You will stay there. You will never return. I will build the wall only for you.
Okay, I haven't read this one, but I'm just gonna. I just read the title. I don't know what the fuck I'm expecting for this shit.
Uh-oh.
It's called "Am I the Asshole for Killing My Husband Because I Found Out Through Another Am I the Asshole story that he cheated on me."
So
Oh
this
my
is more than
God.
likely going to be a fake story, but let's go for it.
It is, but you know, Creepypastas are fake too. But you know,
Yeah, true.
I just want to see how.
It's a
I'm just
creative.
curious.
A lot of people use this site for like creative writing prompts for like clicks.
Yeah.
That's fair. How the fuck you say that name?
You picked so you can't read.
I didn't read the fucking story though. I just read the title.
What's-
Hello, Sapphire.
Hello, Sapphire. Send me a picture or send this like or
I'm just gonna use Google to tell me.
okay.
Google, how do you read this?
Tell me. I do not know.
I do not know.
My school didn't help me. The school fucked me.
I've been seeing so many videos. I'm genuinely concerned for my generation.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get
videos
bad,
of like
dude.
what?
Of not being able to read.
Oh yeah, no, I think literacy rate has actually been dropped this generation, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually lower than the previous generations.
I think I might skip that name, bro. I'm not sure.
Just
Read, bro. Read.
you can probably paste the name, and I can tell you what the name, how you pronounce it.
Or you could just come up with a name like Sam. Just call him Sam, bruh.
All right.
Like, you don't need to be accurate.
Sam, Samantha, Joe, Jane. Like,
Oh wait, actually, wait. Are you trying to read the name of the poster?
Okay. Ooh, this one. Okay, this is all right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's me again, Alistar Marinescu, the gay orphan prodigy singer with 13 distinguished degrees. I have been happily married to my husband, Michael, for quite some time. He seems like the best man ever, or so I thought. I even wrote a song called Beautiful Michael and sang it at both the Blue Velvet and Waterside Marble. However, I was scrolling through Simstagram.
Simstagram.
It's supposed to be Instagram, but they made a different name
What?
for it.
Is this on Am I the Asshole or is this
Yes, it is.
What?
What? This must be copy pasted from somewhere else then, right?
I guess I don't know.
This is gonna be a Wattpad story.
Yeah.
Not
gotta be.
real.
It's gotta be.
Or maybe they just. Well, how do you? Yeah. Maybe
No,
they
it's
just put an S.
Instagram. They just put an S with capital S.
Sinstagram?
Funny.
Simstagram, yeah.
Oh, whatever. Just keep going.
Yeah. And found a Reddit link with an Am I the Asshole story where a sim talked about how she woohooed with a man called M.
Wait,
From
wait,
Oasis
Sim? Like
Springs.
SSIM.
Yes.
Wait, this is from
Sim.
The Sims.
Oh my god.
It's from The Sims?
Yeah, like
From The Sims games?
Okay,
Simstagram
let me give you
is
some
the.
context. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
there are
gosh.
people who ask if they're the asshole for doing bad things to their Sims.
Oh my.
That's fucking funny. That's goofy, dude.
That is a
That explains
subcategory.
so much.
Well, now you gotta commit now.
I'm still committing, bro. I'm not fucking going back for anything else. I'm not looking.
No way you actually pulled one of those stories.
I did
out.
not know, dude. That shit. I just saw the name and say, fuck it. I'm picking it. Okay. Where was I? I'm from Oasis Springs. Michael is originally from Oasis Springs, so that means he cheated on me when we were still engaged. I felt so shocked and betrayed. I was not going to let him get away with it. Therefore, I sabotaged the oven shortly before Michael woke up. When Michael started the oven to try and make Spanish what the fuck is
Fritas?
frittata? Alright. I'm just gonna go frittata, that's it.
Frittatas?
He got caught in the fire and burned to death. I just sent him sent him to the netherworld along with my old orphan prodigy peer, Jade LC. I had previously sent her there with her abusive stage mother because I wanted to be the only LGBTQ plus orphan prodigy in San Macias. I now have the penthouse all to myself, and I frequently invite Johnny's Zest over to woohoo. I, of course, threw a drink to at Michael's side chick and told her what I did to Michael. As a warning to be mindful of who she woohoo with, I also wrote a new song called Horrible Michael and regularly added all the bars and simoleons and to advance my career as a famous singer. That's it.
Okay.
Do y'all like the story?
I can't believe you actually pulled one of those.
That's
I
So
didn't-
funny. That's actually so funny.
That's amazing. I can't believe.
No, Nora, he did not read the story before.
No,
sharing
he
it.
just
I
did
did not.
He went in
Clicked and said
blind.
That's
I can't
even
believe
better,
you
you
don't know
know.
anything about The Sims that you didn't know what it meant to woohoo. At first, I was like, woohoo. That sounds
Woohoo.
familiar.
I heard
Nah.
sim. I was like, is saying simp or sim? And I was like,
Yeah, I
it
thought
was
it
just
said
Sim.
Instagram. I thought
yeah,
that's
and I was
what
like, but
he
like, but when I heard it, I was like, wait, this couldn't be The Sims, could it? And
Dude, I
And
just
I
I just
heard
knew
woohoo,
who was
and I was like,
like
oh
they
my
banging or
god,
something.
it's Sim.
It's those Sims.
That's
So
just
true.
wild.
We're reading the same stories up in this fucking
Oh
stream,
my
dude. Holy
gosh,
shit.
epic,
Maybe
incredible pull.
you do a little scan of the story before you share with them.
Nah, I gotta go in blind. It's better like that.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Mustachio, you're up.
Okay, so do we want a creepypasta or am I the asshole?
You can do both.
Up
up
to
to you.
you.
Okay. So
Whichever
we'll,
you
we'll
feel like.
do a
it.
short am I the asshole then.
Okay, okay.
We'll do the one I think that will make Kelpie upset.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
This feels targeted.
I feel
You'll,
I'm
you'll
offended.
understand what I mean
Why me specifically though?
because you own these creatures.
You better give trigger warnings.
It's nothing. They're all
Okay,
they're fine.
Okay.
Only
Am
for
I the
creepypasta.
asshole? Monique Nelson. Am I the asshole for taking my cat back from my sister after she kept him too long?
Okay, okay.
What?
I had to go for 2 weeks for work. It happened a month ago. So I asked my sister to look after my cat. He's 5 years old. I got him when he was a kitten. My sister agreed, said that her house was quiet and that her kids would enjoy playing with him. It was made clear from the beginning that would only last for 2 weeks. I left food, toys, a litter box, a carrier, and some cash just in case. She sent me pictures over the first several days and everything appeared to be good. When I got back, I messaged her that I'd stop by for the evening to take Cat back. She said it would be better to wait until next day because they were going to bed early, as they all had a doctor appointment early next morning. Next day, she said kids wanted to say a proper goodbye. After another day, she stated unequivocally that the kids had become very attached to him, had started to think of him as their own cat, and that a sudden move would be cruel.
Oh, hell no.
No.
That's when I realized this wasn't just about finding a convenient time. I wrote that I'd pick him up after work. She said that since I work long shifts and her kids are at home more frequently, I should consider where he would be best placed. When I got there, I said that he was my cat, that the foster time was over, and that I was taking him immediately.
Okay.
My sister was upset, kids were crying, but she handed over the carrier. To be honest, the kids seemed to understand the problem better than my sister once I calmed them down and explained it to them.
Bruh.
The cat looked anxious both at my sister's when I arrived in the car. But as soon as I got home, he sniffed around the sofa, hopped onto my lap, and began purring. Exactly like he always does after my shifts. Now my sister is telling the family that I took him from a home where he was loved and am keeping him selfishly.
Oh my
I feel
God.
sorry for the children. However, this was not a trial for adoption. It was a short-term foster situation. He is my cat that had to be explained by my sister. Am I the asshole?
No.
No, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Your
If
your sister's the asshole.
Shit, bro.
Damn.
This would fit better in Am I Overreacting than Am I the Asshole? What the hell? That's like saying, man, my sister like kidnapped my child, and like I really love my child. Am I the asshole?
So I want
for
to get him
taking my
back.
child back? Yeah, like what the fuck? What do you mean? Am I the asshole? No.
If on one of our family vacations, the person who was watching Riley like, oh, you know what? She really likes it here. I would have bust the door down and like I would have like, okay, you listen here, you little shit. That is my family. You don't get to keep my family from us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got a weapon.
Yeah, that's crazy that they would ask if they're the asshole in that situation, in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
They must have been gaslit so bad by their sister. Damn.
Not only is it the family, I'm pretty sure they have since it's their pet, they have the legal documentation that shows that they have adoption ownership of that pet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Dude.
I don't even feel bad for the kids. The kids understood.
Well, it sounds like they understood after they explained it to
Yeah.
them. So you know,
Yeah.
It
good
was
on
just
them.
the sister.
Yeah,
it was just
the
the
sister.
sister.
That's crazy. That
The kids are
did
more mature
make
than the
me
sister.
Slightly upset.
See?
Oh, this is an interesting one. What?
Alright. Go ahead. It's your turn, Waffle.
Okay.
Me.
This is what I just pulled up. Is like there's a funny one here, but like this one might be funny too, just 'cause the context is I literally just read the title, so maybe I should do the other one I had and then come back to this one next, cause like I need to actually read it and see what I'm getting into.
Okay.
Okay, this one is I get ready.
Oh boy.
No.
I'm scared already.
So this is from the Up and Downer. Oh, that's interesting username. Am I the asshole for jacking off to the nudes of my girl? My girl sends me.
What?
Huh?
Not really.
Yeah. Get ready. This is when I read this, like it's kind of crazy.
Wait, no. This can go either way. So I need
Yeah,
to hear
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I need
yeah.
to hear it. This can go
Okay.
either way.
This could go very poorly, very quickly.
Maybe wait. Can you wait? Is this not safe for work? Because you guys say if it's not safe for work.
They
Some
they
trigger warnings.
the most like the jack off is like the as far as it gets in terms of like description.
Okay,
They,
cool,
they
cool,
don't get like detailed. or
Who
anything.
starts a conversation like that? Barely awful.
That's the main reason why it drew me. It's like, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Just sit down.
All right,
All right,
read it.
my girlfriend of 6 months
Hello.
are. Hey, Sano,
Hello.
You picked a time to join.
You have a girlfriend?
No.
Yeah, it's called mustache.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What? What?
The,
Is there something between you?
Do you have any Reddit stories or internet stories that you have on hand that you would like to read for the class?
The class?
The class.
I
What
can't.
class?
I cannot think of any.
It's
Well,
fine. Just
I
sit
am-
back
I
for
am-
the show then.
I am very much in the safe part of the internet.
Oh, good for
Okay.
you, bud.
Well, we are reading some Reddit and stories and creepypastas right now. So let me start it off for you again, Sano, so you know what you just got into.
Mm-hmm.
The title is "Am I the asshole for jacking off to the nudes my girl sends me?"
No.
So okay.
Okay,
girl-
that's a that.
Yeah, that's just a conversation starter. All right. My girlfriend of 6 months are the way this is the grammar. My gosh. Okay. My girlfriend of
Really
6
good.
months are very close, and it seems like this relationship will go on for a long time. However, we just had a somewhat crazy fight over her thinking I'm some kind of pervert. So my girlfriend loves to send me nudes because I travel a lot for work, and she just surprises me every one in a while with all types of hot pictures of her completely naked in different poses. Being alone most of the time because of work and not having her around, and also being 100% faithful to her, her nudes are the only thing that satisfies me when I'm feeling horny. Last night,
Aww.
the way that I do the wording is
I'm feeling horny.
Well, the wording is
Feeling
pretty
horny.
bad. I'm gonna be real, but I think I get the intent of what they're trying
Yeah,
to say.
Yeah. So last night I was telling her about one time that room service at a hotel I stay at almost busted inside while I was in jacking off to this picture she sent me, and it was just a funny story. I noticed she wasn't laughing or smiling, and she was almost angry, so I asked her what happened, and she started going on about how gross it is that I'm jacking off to her nudes and what the fuck is wrong with me.
Wait, hold up a second. Why? Wait. Why is the fucking maid worried about their relationship?
No,
What?
the girlfriend. The girlfriend is saying this.
Oh, the girlfriend. Oh, the
Yes.
girlfriend. Oh.
At this point, I'm so lost and think she's just playing around, but no, she starts saying how the nudes she sends me are for me to admire her body. She works out a lot, and just notice her gains and improvements and all that stuff, and that she would have never sent me nudes if she knew I would be busting to them. Mind you, the nudes-
What?
Busting to them.
Read it like that.
Why did you say it like that too? By the way, oh my god.
My God, you
10
said
out
it
of
way
10
too
narrator
aggressive
right
right there, dude. Fucking be
That's-
busting to them.
I forgot. I meant to do this actually very posh.
Jesus.
Mind you, the nudes she sends are of some real sexual shit. I'm not going to fully detail them, but
That's
just know
stupid.
it's not really artistic anyways. I sort of explained to her how it's because because I have needs, and I barely see her, and I miss her so much, and she's the only one I'm attracted to. But nah, she just leaves and says she's going for a drive. Am I the asshole?
No.
No, but also
No.
you should have a conversation with her.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously there
And
needs
you guys
to
need
be
to set
one.
some fucking boundaries.
well, it sounds like they tried to have a conversation, and then she got angry.
That's
But-
what they just
like-
walk away
Mm.
after that.
I've never sent nudes, so I don't know. But if it was like art, like
That's
art,
tricky.
if it was
It
like
Yeah.
art,
It depends, yeah.
well, if it was
'Cause, you know-
artistic, then like maybe, but he's saying that she was doing very sexual poses, like a lot of sexual poses.
Yeah,
we-
like
we
either
can
way,
confirm that.
why did
First
she
of all, we
still
can
like send
confirm, but
nudes?
yeah.
I mean,
If
And assuming good faith that he's being honest
Yeah.
on that one, then yeah,
If
you-
no, he's not the
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
I think it was just a lot of miscommunication or something. Or
That's what
like
it
a
sounds like.
misunderstanding.
And the
Yeah,
commenters
either
are-
that or we're not getting the full story.
Yeah, and the commenters are like
True,
it's
yeah.
either that or jack off to porn. It's like, what? That's better. And they're like, you know what? Like, yeah, that's true.
I think we can stamp this as okay. It's not good or bad, just okay.
Yeah, very gray.
It's
You know what? I will
Very
say
good.
the asshole portion of this is he did not put the "do not disturb" sign on the outside of the hotel.
Yeah,
room.
that's the one. That's the part right there.
True.
Yeah,
That is
Definitely
the
should've-
asshole portion
yeah.
of this.
To be fair
That's
though, if
big.
did it say that the maid knocked or did it just go right in?
He said that they almost like came into the room while he was jacking off. Apparently, one time. He
So
said
I guess
that-
they knocked.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. Though.
Gertrude is clutching her pearls right now.
What is the solution here, Sulfur?
There's no solution.
They should just talk. They should
Yeah,
just
yeah.
talk or break up. That's the
Yeah,
fucking solution. They should talk
that's
or break up.
literally just have a
I
conversation.
will say,
Yeah.
you send nudes.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like
Yeah. No. That's why I'm saying it's gray because we're not getting the full
It's-
story. We're
Yeah,
yeah, why
this
she-
It is.
why she
both
be even
definitely
sending
both
news in the
fires.
first place?
That's
Like,
true.
oh, yes, we'll marry me.
because he is sexually attracted to her, he would probably interpret poses more sexually than what she would interpret
exactly.
them
That's why I'm
as.
saying that it's
Yeah.
probably not the full
Plus,
story.
if you wanted
Yeah.
if you wanted to show your gains, wouldn't you like be flexing at the gym or some shit?
Yeah,
like
you
that?
don't need to be
Like-
naked to show your gains.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
No,
you
absolutely
don't.
not.
But it could
Also,
also be
they-
that she just really trusted him and felt. But I don't know, man. That sounds freaky. I'm gonna be for
it's-
real. That's not for me, bro.
Yeah.
They're already long distance. Like,
Yeah, long
Oh.
distance, 6 months in, I
It ain't gonna last.
pack it up.
Let's
Pack
pack
it
it
up.
Pack it up, pack
Pack
it
it up,
in.
pack it in. Let me
Wait.
Pack it up like you pack up your luggage.
The solution so that both parties gain something? What is the solution, Sulfur? You gotta type this quick because we gotta move on.
Nah, dead ass.
There's no solution. They just barbecue.
We'll move on, but like, let us know what your solution is, I guess.
Alrighty.
Kelpie, you're
It
next.
is Kelpie's
Yep.
turn.
Okay, I guess we'll get the solution in 10 business days.
What
Sorry.
the-
Sorry,
God.
Sulfur.
I
Okay.
bet you peck type.
This next creepypasta is called Gateway of the Mind. I will warn you, there is gore and body horror.
Yummy.
Let's get started. In 1990, oh my god, let me try again.
Restart. Try again.
What?
In 1983, a team of deeply pious scientists conducted a radical experiment in an undisclosed facility. The scientists had theorized that a human without access to any senses or ways to perceive stimuli would be able to perceive the presence of God. They believed that the five senses clouded our awareness of eternity, and without them, a human could actually establish contact with God by thought. An elderly man who claimed to have nothing left to live for was the only test subject to volunteer. To purge him of all his senses, the scientists performed a complex operation in which every sensory nerve connection to the brain was surgically severed. Although the test subject retained full muscular function, he could not see, hear, taste, smell, or fear, with no possible way to communicate with or even sense the outside world. He was alone with his thoughts. Scientists monitored him as he spoke aloud about his state of mind in jumbled, slurred sentences that he couldn't even hear. After 4 days, the man claimed to be hearing hushed, unintelligible voices in his head. Assuming it was an onset of psychosis, the scientists paid little attention to the man's concerns. 2 days later, the man cried that he could hear his dead wife speaking to him, and even more, he could communicate back. The scientists were intrigued, but were not convinced until the subject started naming dead relatives of the scientists. He repeated paranormal information to the scientists that only their dead spouses and parents would have known. At this point, a sizable portion of scientists left the study. Okay, well, there's already a plot point, but we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
After a week of conversing with deceased through his thoughts, the subject became distressed, saying the voices were overwhelming and every waking moment, his consciousness was bombarded by hundreds of voices that refused to leave him alone. He frequently threw himself against the wall, trying to elicit a pain response. He begged the scientists for sedatives so he could escape the voices by sleeping. This tactic worked for 3 days until he started having severe night terrors. The subject repeatedly said that he could see and hear the deceased in his dreams. Only a day later, the subject began to scream and crawl at his non functional eyes, hoping to sense something in the physical world. The hysterical subject now said the voices of the dead were deafening and hostile. Speaking of hell and the end of the world, at one point he yelled, "No heaven! No forgiveness!" for 5 hours straight. He continually begged to be killed, but the scientists were convinced that he was close to establishing contact with God. After another day, the subject could no longer form coherent sentences. Seemingly mad, he started to bite off chunks of flesh from his arm. The scientists rushed to the test chamber and restrained him to a table so he could not kill himself. After a few hours of being tied down, the subject halted his struggling and screaming. He stared blankly at the ceiling as teardrops silently streaked across his face. For 2 weeks, the subject had to be manually rehydrated due to the constant crying. Eventually, he turned his head and, despite his blindness, made focused eye contact with a scientist for the first time in the study. He whispered, "I've spoken with God, and he has abandoned us." And his vital signs stopped. There was no apparent
Ooh.
cause of the death. Anyway, guys, how you doing?
So that person needs a Snickers bar ASAP.
I think all those scientists need a Snickers bar.
I
think everybody
unfortunately
needs
not
one,
reading this
though.
section because I was reading the next story I was gonna do, and it was too funny for me to actually focus in. But like, the ending section was great though.
Yay! All right, Kubo, your turn.
One of the a creepypasta one, but I haven't found anyone yet.
Do you have an "Am I the Asshole" one?
I do. Hold on. I haven't read it, so it will be fun.
Should I read Jeff the Killer just for Pookie?
It's so bad. Why not?
There's a reboot. There's a reboot.
Alright.
I could read the reboot.
This one is called "Am I the
Hi.
Asshole? I accidentally unlocked a psychological thriller side quest with this Bumble match story."
What? Huh?
Okay.
Yes. Am I the asshole? I matched with this girl. Her profile said she was 20. I was already a bit hesitant because I'm 29 and I didn't want some weird maturity gap situation. But we got along well enough so we exchanged numbers the same day and ended up having two phone calls. During one of the calls, I asked her directly how old she actually was because the age thing felt a bit weird. She then tells me she's actually 24, not 20, like her, not 20 like her profile. I asked why her profile said 20, and her explanation was basically that her ex lied to her before, so she has trust issues, which didn't really explain anything, but okay. She also told me she had broken up with the ex lately, a month ago, and kept bringing him up in conversations. At one point, we were talking about food, and she goes, "Oh, my ex likes that too." And I'm just
Ooh.
sitting there thinking, cool, but I'm not your ex. Anyway, a few days later, I randomly look at her Bumble profile again, and now it says she's 21, not 20, not 24, now 21. Even her star sign had changed. At that point, I'm thinking either Bumble is glitching in a very specific way, or this is turning into a mass problem. So I sent her profile message, basically saying what we matched. It said 20. Oh wait, hold on. Ugh. So I sent her a polite message, basically saying when we match it said 20 on the phone. You said 24. Now it says 21. and inconsistency don't sit right with me, so I think it's best we leave it there. She replied saying she respected that and claimed the app must have been glitching between 20 and 21 and that she had just turned 24. A few days later, she messaged again, apologizing and admits she lied about her age because of her past relationship and says she shouldn't have brought up her ex so much. I didn't reply and just left it. Then 10 days later, I get a phone call from No Caller ID. I answer and the girl says her name is Isabel. I tell her I don't know Isabel. At the start of the call, I point out she's calling from No Caller ID and she goes, "Are you sure?" Like she has no idea what I'm talking about. She being super vaguey the entire time, and I can hear another person in the background, like she's talking to a friend while she's also on the phone with me. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to figure out who this mysterious NPC is. Then she sends me a screenshot of the message when I ended things with her. That's when it finally clicks that this is the Bumble girl. So I tell her it's honestly kind of creepy and weird to call someone from No Caller ID pretending to be someone else. Only after I say that, she suddenly backtracks and says she always calls on No Caller ID even with friends. At that point, I just said, "Bye Felicia," hang up, blocked the number, and reported that whole thing to Bumble. I swear, I just want a normal conversation with some and somehow end up in a low-budget psychological thriller. But am I the asshole?
No.
I think
What the fuck?
I think that person's about to be in the next Obsession movie. Like fucking hell.
The
bro.
next Obsession movie.
That's basically the start of it. I feel like I never
Oh,
watched
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but it does give off that vibe.
It's giving that plot to it.
I didn't know they were making a part 2 already.
Bye,
Dude,
Felicia, true. Why did
Bye,
they say
Felicia.
Bye,
They're actually
Felicia.
crazy.
Be like, "Bye Felicia." Beep.
All right, Sana, do you have one to read?
I do not know.
All right, then it is Mustachio's turn.
Alrighty.
Mustache.
We're going with a old pre-creepypasta era Ted the Caver.
Ooh.
Ted
Ooh.
Ted the Caver.
I don't know who that is, but ooh.
Sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Yes, this Ted the Caver is a famous 2001 internet horror story.
Hmm.
I
Not
think you
famous
can.
enough for me to know it.
Yep.
I'm kidding. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair
Wow.
enough. Yeah. So this was originally posted on his like own website in a journal format. So all this is just archive. Yeah. Water.
Water.
Agua.
Agua.
32301. Due to the overwhelming number of requests I have received to tell about my discoveries and bizarre experiences in a cave not far from my home, I have created this webpage. I will outline the events that happened to me during the past few months, beginning with my journal into a familiar cave. My journey, into a familiar cave in December 2000, and ending, well, it hasn't actually ended yet. I will use my caving journal as the text to tell about my recent experience. I will give them to you as I experience them, in chronological order. I have also included photographs that were taken during my many trips into the cave. I have also created a few illustrations to help the reader get a better idea of what things looked like in the cave. All the photos were taken by me or one of the few people I went into the cave with. If you guys want to see the photos, it's on the wiki.
No.
Oh.
I want to point out a few things before I tell about the events. 1. Most of the pictures were taken with a Kodak disposable type camera. I took a better camera into the cave on 1 or 2 of the trips. Pictures on the site are all original photos and have not been messed with or enhanced other than where noted. As a rule, I get my pictures put onto a disc at the time of developing, so I don't have to scan them later. This ensures the best digital quality. 2. I will not reveal the names of the other people involved in this experience. If you know me well enough, you probably know them already. 3. I will not reveal the location of the cave to anyone for any reason, so please don't ask. I refuse to be held accountable for anyone's life but my own. I will refer to the cave as Mystery Cave. That is not its real name. If you think these events sound far-fetched, I agree. I would come to the same conclusion had I not experienced them. I'll try to finish the site as soon as possible. Check the date on the main page to see when I've made updates. To protect myself from people who might want to copy this site, I include the following. All text on this and following pages are on my own words and copyright 2001. Yeah. Yep. Caving Journal 12/30/2000. B and I decided to get into one more caving trip before the new year. Sleep, monkey. So we set our sights on Mystery Cave. Not a spectacular cave, but since neither of us have been caving in a while, it would be nice to go to any cave. There was a bit of an excitement to this trip. There was a small passage in the lower portion of the cave that I wanted to check out to see if it was possible to get past it. It had a small opening, but lots of air blowing out of it. Even though it was way too small to climb through, I had never even checked to see what was inside the passage. We got our gear loaded up and hit the road by 3 p.m. We got to the cave in great time since B likes driving fast. We anchored from the usual tree and began to rappel into the cave. I went down and got my gear together while B came down. I will refer to B many times. We have been caving together for many months now. He was injured in a caving accident a few years ago and was told he would never walk again. Though hard work and perseverance, he not only walks but can get around very well in caves. The trickier parts of caves might slow him down a bit, but he can make it. He patiently works through an obstacle until he gets past it. As for the reference to a small opening in the cave, there's a saying among cavers, if it blows, it goes.
Bruh.
Meaning if a
Sorry.
passage has a good flow of air, it's probably worth investigating.
Who's getting below?
Ted, apparently.
After we explored all the usual passages, we climbed down to check out the hole. The hole is located deep in the cave, near the lowest part of it. It is on the side of the cave wall, about 3 feet from the floor. To look inside the hole, I had to kneel down to duck under an overhang of rock. I used my backup mini mag light and held it inside the hole. One moment, message.
I think we should have like some music playing in the background.
Yeah, I thought about that.
It would be a really good idea.
But the only problem is that our stories are so all over the place that we
Yeah.
can't choose a single soundtrack. So
That's the
that's
best
why I
thing to
didn't
do
say
it.
it.
Yeah. I used my backup mini mag light and held it inside the hole to see what I could see. I was excited by what I saw. The wall around the hole is about 3 to 5 inches thick. It led into a tight passage. The passage opened up a bit just inside the hole, continued back about 10 to 12 feet in a small crawl space. And after that, it seemed to really open up. Although, how much we couldn't tell. This could be a virgin passage. Obviously, no one had passed through this route, but there could be a way into the passage from the other side. To even get to the crawl space, we would have to enlarge the opening. Currently, it's about the size of my fist. Once we get past the opening, we would have a tight crawl back to where it opened up. It would take some work, but we thought we could do it. We sat down for a few minutes to rest and contemplate our plan of attack. While we sat there in the darkness, we could hear the wind howling from the other side of the passage. It was a low, eerie noise. We could also hear a low rumble from time to time. No big deal, though. The cave is in the vicinity of a highway that has heavy trucks to drive on it. We figured the rumble was the effect of the trucks resonating through the rocks. We determined that our best plan would be to haul a cordless drill into the cave to drill into the rock. Then we could take a bullpen and then a small sledgehammer and break up the rock. It seemed pretty straightforward. We would widen the hole big enough to squeeze in and see what was on the other side. The efforts to haul the equipment down to the hole would be a pain, but we hoped it would be worth it. I named the passage Floyd's Tomb, after Floyd Collins. It seemed to look like the tight spot where Floyd spent his last miserable days on Earth. Floyd Collins was a caver back in the early 1900s. He got stuck in a tight space and was unable to free himself. It's an amazing story that is detailed in a book called Trapped, the Story of Floyd Collins. I think that was the title. I don't recall the author. Calling our passage Floyd's Tomb was not only a tribute to Floyd, but a commentary of the size of the passage. In retrospect, it is funny how simple I thought it was going to be. I figured a few hours of work and we'd be in. Had I known how long it was going to take, I doubt I would have even begun the project. Had I known that I was going to what I was going to experience in the cave, I never would have returned. We gathered up our gear and headed for the surface. Normally, I couldn't care less if I ever came back into this cave. There's nothing special about it. But now I was psyched about getting back and getting through. We hadn't even left the cave and we were planning our return trip. This is a long one, so I can pause and then we can go back around the circle.
Yeah, this is exceptionally long.
Yep.
Oh, I found some campfire sounds, so I'll start streaming. So if you want to hear them yourselves, you can also hear them.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll get back to cave diving. Let's go.
Cave
It's
diving
your turn,
101.
There you go. All right, that should be here. All right. This one this was just funny.
Oh.
All right, this one is by.
Also the fire noise is a little loud in the stream.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. I thought I heard it turn it down a lot, but I guess not. Is that better?
Maybe this sounds low on Discord.
One sec, it's delayed. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. All right. This post is by. I'm hearing myself in the background there. Is that am I coming through Sauna's mic?
Nobody.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
Yourself.
All right. So, no, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it.
Yeah, it's Sana.
Sano,
Is it just you?
Mr. Canada.
Well.
I'll just server beat him.
Yeah, just for now. Okay, thank you. All right. So this is by Dry Subject 6808. Am I the asshole for not dating my girlfriend character?
Yes.
So I'm male, 30. She's female, 25. I'm playing the new game Tomodachi Life on Switch. I made a me based off myself.
Voted game. Sorry.
Sorry. I made a me based off myself and said me ended up having a crush on another me I made. Penny from Stardew Valley. The issue is just now Penny decided to ask my me out while my girlfriend is next to me, and my me ended up saying yes. My girlfriend got really passive aggressive. Eventually, it got to a point where she's saying I'm cheating on her. At first, I thought it was simply a joke, but she started
What?
actually getting mad. For extra context, I originally bought the game for my girlfriend to simply watch her play. Now that it's been a month, she kind of slowed down on it and encouraged me to make my own island with my own Miis. On my girlfriend's island, me and her Miis are together, so I simply figured in this new island, it was no point in actually worrying about it if I made our Miis get together and mainly simply focused on adding characters I liked to the game. I really only made my character because I felt like I kind of had to. So what I'm saying is, am I the asshole for simply thinking she's overreacting over this? No.
No.
Yes, but no.
Like it's a video. Like the Miis and Tomodachi make their own choices for the most part, right? Like you can kind of influence them, but ultimately they make their own choices. It's also like also so the replies down below. It was like, well, she did say she was gonna cheat on me with her friend, real life friend, mind you, he is gay. But I think the fact that she said that at all is just kind of nuts to me, especially since we're on the next day and just zero conversation with me. LMAO, these messages are killing me. She's currently giving me the silent treatment and has chosen to sleep away from me. It's been like 16 hours and she hasn't said a word to me. And the one person below is like, get a penny body pillow.
Get a pin.
Double down. Okay.
That's
It just sounds like she's
insane.
hella insecure.
Yeah.
And they just need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's usually my thing. They just need to have a talk, bro.
That solves 90% of problems.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
you mean so it's just a game? Like the video game, it's a video game, bro.
I mean, yeah, it's
What
just
the
a game, but like she obviously purposely had them dating on her island, so she probably was expecting him to do the same thing.
I guess so, but that was
Which
not
isn't
communicated.
fair to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should just sit down and talk because it's obvious that she's feeling insecure, and they just need to have a conversation.
This was 7 hours ago. Yes, my character based off me is dating a video game character from Stardew Valley. She is mad about this and has currently not talked to me all day. It's
Bro.
Not talking to him all day is kind of crazy though.
yeah, like that's crazy, dude. Oh my goodness.
What the fuck?
Much more tame than
I
the other
mean-
ones I found.
Yeah, that's really tame.
But still, I thought it
I
was
mean,
funny.
in her position, I would be a little upset because I'm like, damn, you didn't want to date me in your own island. You know, kind of funny way. But
Yeah,
her
yeah,
not
yeah.
joking is crazy.
But her taking it seriously, that's the issue right there.
That's why I think it's like deep insecurity. Like that's the only way that makes sense to me. I don't know. Your
Just break
guys'
up.
thoughts? Just
Yeah.
That's like an ache for me, so I'm leaving her.
Bish.
No
I'm not gonna
way,
say that.
Monkey just
I'm not gonna
said
say
that.
I don't think can you repeat that, please?
I think that's an ache. My
Oh.
ache, so I'm gonna leave her. You know?
You've been spending too much time with me and watching too much Love Island.
Yes, dude, it's
What?
getting bad.
so-
It's on my
Silver's
fucking
right,
For You
Silver's
page on
right.
TikTok,
if she
dude.
if she cosplays as Penny, that's the play.
Oh, there we
you
go.
want-
He
That's
orders a
fixing
cosplay
everything.
off of like Temu or something and tosses it at her. Like, here you go.
Don't reject the waifu, become the waifu.
That's so funny.
Don't reject the husband to become the husband.
All right. Okay, I got one. I am
Okay.
unfortunately not gonna do Jeff the Killer because it is longer than I want this stream to be. So I'm gonna do a different story. This is probably my second favorite creepypasta.
Okay.
It's called Ickbar Eaglestein. When I was a small child, I was terrified of the dark. I still am, but back when I was around 6 years old, I couldn't go a full night without crying out for one of my parents to search beneath my bed or in my closet or whatever monster I thought was Oh, let me restart. I'm so sorry.
You're rushing. You're rushing.
I'm rushing! I'm so sorry.
Slow down.
I still am, but back when I was around 6 years old, I couldn't go a full night without crying out for one of my parents to search beneath my bed or in my closet or for whatever monster I thought was waiting to eat me. Even with the nightlight, I would still see dark shapes moving around the corners of the room or strange faces looking in on me from my bedroom window. My parents would do their best to console me, telling me that it was just a bad dream or trick of the light. But in my young mind, I was positive that the second I fell asleep, the bad things would get me. Most of the time, I would just hide under the blankets until I became tired enough to stop worrying. But every now and then, I would become so panicked that I would run screaming into my parents' room, waking up my brother and sister in the process. After an ordeal like that, there would be no way anyone would be getting a full night's rest. Eventually, after one particularly traumatizing night, my parents had had enough. Unfortunately for them, they understood the futility in arguing with a 6-year-old and knew that they would be unable to convince me to rid myself of childish fears through reason and logic. They had to be clever. It was my mom's idea to stitch together my little bedtime friend. She collected a large assortment of random pieces of fabric in her sewing machine and created what I would later refer to as Mr. Ickbar Beaglestein, or Ick for short.
Ick.
Ick was a sock That's what I thought when I first read the story.
This plushie gives me the ick. Just saying.
Nah, he does get anyway. No spoilers. Ick was a sock monster, as my mother called him. He was made to keep me safe while I slept at night by scaring away all the other monsters. He was pretty damn creepy, I had to admit. Honestly, looking back on it all now, I'm still impressed that my mom could think of something so strange and disturbing looking. Ickbar had the stitched together look of a Frankenstein gremlin, with big white button eyes and floppy cat ears. His little arms and legs were made from a pair of my sister's black and white striped socks. And half of his face was green and made from one of my brother's tall football socks. His head could have been described as bulbous, and for his mouth, my mom attached a piece of white fabric and sewed in a zigzag pattern to shape a wide grin of sharp teeth. I loved him at once. From then on, Ick never left my side, so long as it was after dusk, of course. Ick didn't like the sun, and would get upset if I tried to bring him to school with me, but that was okay. I only needed him at night to keep away the boogeymen, which was what he was good at. So every night at bedtime, Ick would tell me where the monsters were hiding, and I would place him near the section of my room closest to the spookiness. If there was something in the closet, Ick would block the door. If there was a dark creature scratching at my window, Ick would be pressed up against the glass. If there was a big hairy beast under my bed, then under bed he went. Sometimes the monsters weren't even in my room. Sometimes they would hide in my dreams, and Ickbar would have to come with me into my nightmares. It was fun bringing Ick into my dream world, as he and I would spend hours fighting off ghouls and demons. The best part was, in my dreams, Ick would talk to me for real. "How much do you love me?" he would ask. "More than anything," I would always tell him. One night in a dream, after I lost my first tooth, Ick asked me for a favor. "Can I have your tooth?" I asked him why. "To help me kill the bad things," he said. The next morning at breakfast, my mom asked me where my tooth went. From what she told me, the tooth fairy didn't find it under my pillow. When I told her that I gave it to Ickbar, she just shrugged and went back to feeding my little sister. From then on, every time I lost a tooth, I would give it to Ick. He would always thank me, of course, and tell me that he loved me. Eventually, though, I ran out of baby teeth. And I was beginning to
Obsession.
get a little too old to still be playing with dolls. So Ick just sat there on my bookshelf collecting dust, slowly fading away from my attention. Over time, the nightmares, however, became worse than ever. So bad that they even began to follow me into the waking world, terrorizing every dark corner or rustle in the bushes. After one particularly bad night biking home from a friend's house, where I swore a pack of rabid dogs were chasing me, I got home to find something strange waiting for me in my room. There on my bed, standing fully upright in the soft glow of the moonlight from my window, was Ickbar. At first, I just thought my eyes were playing tricks on me again. They had been all evening, so I tried to flick on the lights. Another flick of the light switch, then another, and another, with no change to the darkness. It was then that I started to get nervous. I backed away slowly towards the door behind me, my eyes never leaving the shape of Ick's silhouette, my hand awkwardly outstretched behind reaching for the doorknob. I was just about to get my ass out of there when I heard the door slam itself shut, locking me into the blackness. In nothing but shadows and silence, I stood frozen in place, not even breathing. For how long, I can't say, but after what felt like a lifetime of cold fear, I heard the shrill, familiar voice. "You stopped feeding me, so why should I protect you?" Protect me from what? "Let me show you." I blinked once, and everything changed. I wasn't in my bedroom anymore. I was somewhere else. It wasn't hell, but the comparison wasn't far off. It was some sort of forest. Horrible, nightmarish place with partial embryonic abortions hung from the canopy, and the
What the
ground
fuck?
swarmed with carnivorous insects. A thick fog wafted through the air, and with it the stench of rotting meat. While chartreuse lightning flashed across the night sky. In the distance, I could hear the agonizing screams of something not quite human. My head throbbed like it was about to explode, the pain forcing a river of tears. In my mind, I heard his voice again. "This is what your reality would become without me." I felt earth-shaking footsteps approaching fast. I'm the only one who can stop it. It was behind me now, huge and angry. Hot breath across my back. "Bring me what I need, and I will." I woke up before I could turn around. The following day, I raided my parents' closet for my baby brother's teeth, giving them all to Ikbar. Almost immediately, the night terror ceased. I was more or less able to go on about my life as normal. From time to time, I would have to sneak into my little sister's room and snatch what was meant for the tooth fairy, or strangle one of the neighborhood cats and cry out at sharp little incisors. Anything to ward off the visions. Anything from a shark tooth necklace to a cavity-ridden bicuspid. I began to notice that Ick would move about my room whenever I left for any length of time, rearranging my stuff and hanging additional curtains. He was even beginning to look more lifelike somehow. In the right light, his teeth would glisten, and he was warm to the touch. As much as he creeped me out, I couldn't work up the courage to just destroy him, knowing perfectly well where that would leave me. So I went on collecting teeth for Ick, throughout all of high school and college. The older I got, the more things I would learn to fear, the more teeth Ick would need to keep me safe. I'm 22 now, with a decent job, my own apartment, and a set of dentures. It's been almost a month since Ick's last meal, and the horrors are starting to crowd around me once more. I took a detour through a parking garage after work tonight. Found a man fumbling with his car keys. His teeth were stained yellow from a lifetime of cigarettes and coffee. Even still, I had to use a hammer to get out the molars. When I got back to my apartment, he was waiting for me, on the ceiling, in the corner. 2 white eyes and a mouth of razors. "How much do you love me?" he asks. "More than anything," I reply, taking off my coat. "More than anything in the world." Kiki.
Oof.
What do you guys
Jesus.
think of Ikbar?
I'm beating his
It's
ass.
such a good one.
Yeah, I know. I love that one. That's
I'm
what
fighting-
I'm saying. Like, bro could have been a dentist instead of punching out some random old guy's teeth. Like,
I mean, I think it would still take a long time for him to become a dentist.
I mean, true. Because, yeah, they are only 22.
But long term, you know.
Yeah,
could
they
work,
should
yeah.
definitely look into dentist school.
or work at a morgue.
Yeah.
Or just
Definitely
kill
not.
Ick. Just burn Ick. Get
But
fired.
then you don't know if, like, the monsters will come for you.
I feel like that's just more of a psychological thing than anything he's feeling.
But are you gonna chance
True.
it?
Yeah. I don't
Will
know.
you
I thought it was
chance
it's
the
a good one,
creatures
though.
that go bump in the night?
That's when you jump on, you grab the creature instead. Assert dominance. Scare it.
Mm.
Make a double thing. Go like, huh, wait.
But yeah. Thanks, y'all. Now
Very-
it's
that's a
your
very
turn,
good one.
Mustache.
My turn. What about Enrique?
I don't got one.
Oh.
Oh, do you not seriously not have anything?
I have none actually.
Okay. okay.
Bruh.
I will continue, Ted the Caver. It is longer than I remember. January 27th to 28th, 2001. Work begins. B and I were both excited to get back into the cave and get to work. I figured with about 4 hours work, we could be in and see what was on the other side. We had arranged to borrow a DeWalt cordless drill to bring with us. We also had masonry bits to drill with, sledgehammers, 2, to break up the rocks, bullpins to insert into the drill holes, and a few other tools that we ended up not using. Getting the tools down to the work site proved to be a challenge. One of us would climb down the rope and stop at a ledge or a good resting place. Then the other person would lower the tools. We would keep repeating this routine until we got to the bottom of the cave. Then we had to drag the tools to the hole. It took about an hour to finally get to work. B took the first turn at the hole. After an hour of exhausting work, we could tell that we were not going to get through it in one session. We kept trading off after we worked ourselves into a sweat. One would take a break and get some food and water while the other one went to work. The routine went like this. To begin work, we had to get down on our knees and do our best to avoid smacking our heads on the ceiling. Working in this awkward position, we would drill into the wall around the hole. That was difficult work. We really had to push on the drill, and it was still slow progress. Then we inserted the bullpen into the hole and hammered on it until the rock broke up. Then we would repeat the process. To give you an idea how slow it went, the typical size rock that would break off was about a fingernail size. If we broke off any large piece, about 1/3 the size of my palm, it was cause for celebration. From time to time, for variety, we would just wail on a cold chisel with a 5-pound sledge. It was slow progress. The problem with the sledge was that it couldn't take a good swing because of the tight quarters. Even though we spent many hours and several trips working on the hole, we never did find a better technique for widening the hole. The drill / bullpen / hammer got the best results for our efforts. We came up with some crazy ideas for breaking up the rock. Everything from TNT, never seriously considered, to hauling a generator to the mouth of the cave and run an extension cord down to a jackhammer. We even thought about using liquid nitrogen to freeze the rock and make it more brittle. After a couple of after a couple hours of hard work, we realized that our limiting factor was going to be. It was about then that our first battery met an abrupt death. We had a second battery, so we swapped them out. The second battery lasted a little longer because we hammered and chiseled a little more often and a little longer each time. Finally, after about 3 more hours of drudgery, the second battery died and we called it a night. Whew. We could tell that we had done some work in the cave, but it was not much. For the first time since we got in the cave, we sat back, both of us, took a break. It was nice to check out our results of our hard work. Then we noticed the howling again. It seemed to be a little louder than the last time we were here. We just figured the wind was blowing a little stronger outside. What we could not figure out was the rumbling. It too seemed to be louder and more frequent. This time we could not attribute the noise to trucks. The road that the trucks drove on was not very busy to begin with. At that time of night, it should be dead. Yet the rumbling continued. It seemed to be coming from deep within the passage. B said he would ask some veteran cavers what could be causing the noise. We didn't spend a long time admiring our work. We still had to haul the gear up and out of the cave. Actually, we left some of it in the cave. It was still difficult work. What made it worse was that we were both exhausted. Our original plan was to be done with this cave and hit a couple of other caves in the area the next day. Instead, we decided to crash at a nearby motel, charge up the drill batteries, and go back to the mystery cave. My journal goes on at length about the night after we left the cave. We got a room, dinner was excellent, I didn't sleep good despite the fact I was exhausted, etc. We both slept in, so we got a late start into the cave. The second day working on the cave, we went about the same as the first. We worked until both batteries were dead again. We were still not even close to getting through. The howling and the rumbling continued as the day before. And waffle. Now that I'm done with that section.
It's 10:01, so honestly, that might be a good place to end it.
Okay.
No, finish it. Finish
There's
it.
a
It's
lot.
long.
There's a lot left.
There's a lot
Bruh.
left, yeah.
I'm screaming through here. There's so much. It's
How much?
we are
it's a
like
slow
we are
burn.
barely maybe 1/8 of the way through.
Oh my
What?
god, you chose a whole ass book, bro.
I didn't remember being this long, I'm sorry.
That's why you have to check how long your story is before you read it.
You know what?
Nah.
It'll leave them on a cliffhanger. They can go read it.
When I find out more, go get it. You know, it's like an anime. There's only one season. So
Or
you
if
can
you
go
want me
read
to
the
do
manga.
a full reading of it,
YouTubevideo.com.
Let me
Yes.
We stream on Tuesdays and Sundays, Sapphire.
Yup.
Yes.
This is
Should
fun,
definitely
though.
We should definitely do a chameleon stream someday.
Mecha
We have to get
Chameleon.
more than 4 people.
If we can get more than 4 people.
Yeah,
Dude, I
maybe.
can't tell if I can't tell if I'm sick
want a full
or it's just the
reading.
heat.
You're fine.
If you want, Mustache, I could edit it. Oh, I should
Okay.
probably say this after the stream.
Yeah.
Please,
Alright.
Father.
Thank
Thank
you
you all
for
for
said-
watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is a
I
little
hope you
different.
y'all
Let
did
us know
enjoy
how
the
you like the
stream.
new
It's a little
content.
goofy.
If you want more of it, you know.
Bye.
Yeah, smash the like button. Smash the subscribe
Not that
button.
smash! Ah!
And
What?
Anyway, goodbye,
Goodbye!
y'all.